Hey there! Welcome back to another trailer reaction video. Last time I did a trailer reaction video for this movie, a decent amount of people watched the video and they happened to like it. So I thought, okay, let's give trailer number 2 a shot. Let's see if it makes the film actually look funny or worth watching or actually makes it look good. I have severe doubts. I really do. But without further ado, let's get it on! Alright, I got the trailer up. If you want to watch it along with me, just press play when I say play. Alright, 3, 2, 1, pressing play. It'll haunt your every nightmare? Yeah, this movie is so bad it will. It will haunt your every nightmare. Oh, Michael McDonald. Great. That's bad. So they see ghosts, but other people can't? Oh, that's a shitty hood ornament. The ghost vomiting scene again. Oh, they're doing the news show thing again. You know, the news montage that was in the first movie? They're gonna do it in this film. There's a stupid joke again. I love you the right there, latest day, when I'm about her. Shitty looking CGI that looks like shit because it's shitty looking. Oh, yeah, you got possessed, like I said. Chris Hemsworth is possessed. Called it. God, the CGI in this looks like ass. So bad. Punching ghosts. Oh. Oh, Roker. Wow. We don't want mass hysteria. And then she goes in. Then you have a scene where one of the Ghostbusters, okay, Slimer looks awful again. They had a selfie with a ghost. Oh my god. Answer the call? What the fuck? Is that the subtitle now for the movie? Answer the call! Ghostbusters! Answer the call! I'll hang up! I'm hanging up the fucking phone! If that's the call I'm supposed to answer. Oh, wow! I couldn't... I, I can't believe it! I can't believe it! I cannot believe this! I mean, I thought the first trailer was the worst it was going to get. No! 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 The second trailer! The second trailer is even worse than I could have even imagined it could have been. Okay, you double down on the shitty looking CGI. Great. That looks worse than practical effects and optical effects that Richard Edlund and company worked on in 1984. Great! That really shows that we've really made a lot of progress in terms of visual effects. Looks so cartoony, and even more cartoony than anything I've seen in the real Ghostbusters cartoon. Really, I mean, real Ghostbusters cartoon was definitely a cartoon, but it had ghosts that there were some that was cartoony looking, but the other ones that were actually pretty terrifying, and they definitely didn't look like anything like that here, except for maybe the little dragon thing. But the dragon just looks like a fucking dragon, just a generic looking dragon. We've seen a million times in a million things. Um, the villain is gonna be the Ghostbusters logo. wonderful. It's a brilliant idea. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is afloat. Slimer looks like he's on steroids in this. Well, he looks less like he looked in the first film and more like he looked in the second movie, which I wasn't really the biggest fan of the huge chunky looking Slimer. I like the Slimer that was a little bit smaller, wasn't huge and gigantic. Well, he looks huge and gigantic in this, and looks, and it looks bad. Slimer in the original film and in the sequel was they used animatronic models, and then they used optical effects later to enhance it to make him look like a ghost. It looks so much better than anything they do here because they actually use something practical, actually use something that you could physically touch versus just creating a completely CGI Slimer. And why the hell Slimer in this movie anyway? And you have Melissa McCarthy's character specifically points him out, especially you. I'm like, what? Why is Slimer in this fucking movie if this is not related or connected to the original films, to the first film and the second movie? It's like, you can't have your cake and eat it too, Sony. You can't. Sorry. You're not allowed. And in this case, the cake is a lie. But anyway, just like this movie. Whoa. Fuck me. What else? I can't even speak. It's fucking leaving me speechless. Excuse me, I'm gonna take another drink of this Mellow Yellow. Maybe it'll clear my head. Fuck. Ah, I almost wish this is like alcohol. Trailer's so bad it'll make you want to drink. Drink some booze so you can forget it. Forget that it ever existed. Or that you ever saw the fucking thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, they have the mass hysteria line again. Yeah! Yeah! Can't come up with anything original. And to make matters even worse, and even more of a rip-off of the other Ghostbusters films, Kristen Wiig's character, it seems like she says this, she seems like she's warning people in a restaurant about the impending apocalypse, and then is getting dragged out of there. Oh, like in Ghostbusters 2, when the Ghostbusters came in after they got slimed and started pointing out to everybody that, oh, there's apocalypse is coming, and you know they were carrying on and they got carried out of the restaurant. So it's pretty much just almost the exact same fucking thing that I already saw in Ghostbusters with the line, and the exact same scenario that I already saw in Ghostbusters 2. So yeah, not a fan of that. They still think that stupid line that Leslie Jones has, where she jumps into the crowd and people don't catch her, and she says, "I don't know if this is a race thing or a lady thing, but I'm mad as hell." They think that that line is still a winner. It's still hilarious. It's not. It's tone deaf. It's such a tone deaf line. It literally screams, whoever wrote this threw a bone to the SJWs, threw a bone to the social justice warriors. Here you go. Here's your joke. I hope you think it's funny. Oh, wow. Fuck this movie. Fuck it. I'm not I'm not seeing this movie in the theater. I refuse. I'm gonna side with James Rolfe here. I'm not going to see this movie in the theater. I'm not paying my money. I don't want to pay to see a movie that I think is gonna be shit. This is an awful trailer. Like, this is like even worse than the last one. All the new stuff that's here is just more bad jokes and more bad CGI and more stupid, unnecessary, stupid shit, like a silly-looking ghost hood ornament on the Ecto-1. They're like to shove that ornament up Paul Feig's ass, as well as anyone else involved with this production. Give a little butt plug. So then, they can't shit anymore, because that makes it so they can't shit any more shit like this movie. So they can't let any more shitty concepts and ideas fall out of their asses. Just put this movie in quarantine. Fuck's sake. It's a fucking disease. But yeah, I'm not seeing it, and I highly recommend anyone else who feels the same way that I do to not see it either. Don't pay your money to see this, because if you decide to go see this movie and you're one of those people who's not impressed by the trailers, you don't like the concept, you hate that it's a reboot, or you hate the politics that's involved with its creation and all that stuff, or you hate, the people who are crazily defending it, like Patton Oswalt and Dean Faraci, or who the fuck is Dean Faraci? Who the fuck is that guy? I don't even know who the fuck that... Can somebody tell me who the fuck Dean Faraci is? I don't know who the fuck that guy is. I hear his name. I hear his name everywhere. Related to this movie or other things. People start sharing his name, parroting his name, throwing his name out there. I don't know who the fuck the guy is. I'm with Chris Raygun over here. I don't know who the fuck that guy is. Who the fuck is Dean Faraci? And Patton Oswalt? He pretty much, Dean Faraci, he called, I think that's what his last name is, he called James Rolfe a limp dick. He called him a limp dick loser for his video saying, I'm not seeing the movie. Wow. And people are supposed to take that guy's opinion seriously and respect what he has to say. And then Patton Oswalt just made a stupid joke and basically insulted James out of nowhere. I don't remember the joke because it's forgettable. It's a fucking stupid joke. But all James did, he just said, I'm not seeing the movie. He wasn't sexist about it at all. And then here comes these fucking SJWs. I guess these people think they need to white knight the fucking Ghostbusters movie because it features an all-female cast. And here they come in and they're all like getting on people who don't like the movie or don't want to see the movie just because they don't want to see it. And they think that they're being sexist. What the fuck? That's bullshit! That's a bunch of bullshit! Sorry! It's not, no! Fuck you! Fuck off! No! There's nothing sexist about that video that James Rolfe did. Nothing sexist about it whatsoever. If you think it's sexist, you didn't watch the fucking video. You didn't watch it. You just pulled shit out of your ass. Just so you can support this bullshit. Oh, everyone who doesn't like this movie is sexist. Crap. That you pulled out of your ass. I'm sick of this. I'm fucking sick of this shit that's associated with this fucking movie. I mean, I've said some things in the past about the female cast that, I've apologized for, and I'm going to apologize again. I'm sorry, for some of the stuff that I've said before. I was angry. I was pissed off that there was a Ghostbusters reboot that just seemed like it was completely soulless, and there was nothing really, there's no passion behind it, and it was just a cash grab, which is exactly what it is. And I said this a year ago almost. So, you might as well call me a prophet. I might be psychic. I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, forgive me for not being excited for a project that with leaked emails by Sony proved that they basically forced Ivan Reitman out of the project. They threatened legal action in order to get the original cast involved in cameos, where they're not playing their characters from the first and second film. which makes no fucking sense. That's never happened before in any other movie or reboot I can think of, where you have cast members from the other movies that this film is doing a reboot of, playing characters and cameos that uh, with characters that aren't even characters from the other previous franchise. What the fuck? That's stupid. There's a reason why that's never happened. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's kind of disrespectful too if you think about it. Hey, fans of the original Ghostbusters movies. Hey, Bill Murray and Ernie Hudson and Dan Aykroyd are in the movie, but they're not playing their characters. Stans, Venkman and Zeddemore. Then what's the fucking point then? Where's my case? What's the fucking point? Hey, that's what the subtitle should be instead of answer the call. What's the fucking point? Ghostbusters. What's the fucking point? Because what is the fucking point of this movie? But yeah, seriously. I apologize for any sexist comments I might have said in the past, but my hatred for this film is not due to the female cast. I wanted them, I wish that this film wasn't Ghostbusters, and you had an all-female cast, but they can have their own franchise that they can work with. They're not piggybacking off of Ghostbusters, which is one of the most iconic and popular franchises out there. It's really big shoes to fill for anyone, and I didn't want any cast to have to deal with that. That's why I didn't even want a Ghostbusters 3. I didn't want another Ghostbusters movie, period. I didn't want one. Time had passed. That's just me personally. So, yeah, I mean, these are talented comedians. I don't really agree with Leslie Jones. I'm not a big fan of her. I don't think she's a diamond in the rough. Sorry, that's just me personally. But I like Kristen Wiig. I saw her in a film called The Skeleton Twins. I just reviewed. I thought she was great in it. I thought she was really good in that film. And I don't mind Melissa McCarthy. Kate McKinnon is talented. And even Paul Feig himself. I mean, there were some films that he's done that I liked. But this is just, it doesn't seem like this is a film he really, really wanted to do. This is a movie that he made a pitch for. It was pretty shitty, and then because Amy Pascal at Sony was the head of Sony at the time, she had a boner and a hard-on for fucking, a female Ghostbusters movie. She basically greenlit the thing, and it didn't seem like there was much thought put to this. They spent years in development for Ghostbusters 3, but then they just tossed it out, threw it out, and just started working on this just forced Paul Feig Ghostbusters movie. So, and it shows. It looks rushed. It doesn't really feel like a film that there was a lot of, it didn't feel like it was a natural progression or a natural decision or it was anything like that. And so, yeah, I mean, Sony just wanted they wanted their Avengers franchise. They thought, okay, what franchise do we have the rights to that's super popular, like Marvel, other than Spider-Man, that we can create a franchise out of and make millions? Ghostbusters. That's the only thing they thought of. They thought franchise rights. They wanted a franchise. They just want money. That's it. So don't give them the money. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve the money. They really don't. Especially if you're one of those people like myself who's sick and tired of these fucking reboots and remakes. Don't fucking pay to see this movie. Don't give it your money. Because if you pay to see this and you're in the same boat as I am, you're just supporting the film. Because, oh, you want to see whether or not it's shit? You can wait till home video or you can torrent the fucking thing later if you're that curious. Wait till it's on Amazon Prime or Netflix or Redbox, or if you're really that curious about whether or not it's shit. You don't have to pay to see the film in the theater to see whether or not it's shit. Because if you don't want to see it, you shouldn't see it. Because all that's happening, if you do this, if you pay to see these movies that you think look like shit, and if they end up becoming hits, like Transformers Age of Extinction, or it was an internet punchline before it came out, and everyone's bashing Michael Bay, and the film comes out, and it breaks box office records for that weekend, and it ends up making over $1 billion worldwide. There's a reason why Michael Bay has a point when he's like, I don't care what people think. I don't care what the critics think or the audience thinks about my movies. They paid to see them. They make money. And he's right. He's right. They do. They make money. If you don't want any more of these Michael Bay Transformers movies, if you don't want Transformers by Michael Bay 5, 6, 7, and 8, then don't fucking pay to see Transformers 5. If you don't want to see another reboot or remake, bullshit like RoboCop or Point Break or Red Dawn or Ghostbusters, then don't pay to see it. It's as simple as that. The only way Hollywood or any of these studios are going to listen to us is if we speak with our actions, not our words. Actions speak louder than words in this instance. Empty movie theaters, low box office takings, that hits them in their bottom line, and it hits them where it hurts them most. Because if you go in and see it and it's a hit, like the Ninja Turtles reboot that other people were bashing and saying it looks like shit, but it still made over $100 million domestically and more worldwide, and we're getting a sequel that also looks like shit, you're just paying to see shitty films. I know what's shitty or not in terms of films is subjective. But if you feel this, I'm just talking to the people that feel the same way I do, who don't like these trailers, and then they still go and pay to see the movie, and it becomes a huge hit. You're paying to see shitty films. You're paying your hard-earned money to see and watch shit on the screen. Why do you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? And if these films become hits, then Hollywood has no reason to stop making these shitty films. They have no reason to even try anymore. They can just half-ass, they can shit one reboot or remake out of their ass after another. Shit another sequel out. And if it's a hit, well, just shit some more out. Like a shitty movie assembly line. And the only way to stop it is if you stop seeing these shitty movies in the theater. That's it. It's the only way to stop it. Just stop watching reboots and remakes altogether if you want to stop that trend. I know I will. I'm not doing it. I'm not seeing a single reboot remake in the theater. Not doing it. No. I'm going to go see The Nice Guys this Friday, which is a somewhat original film. I'm not going to go see a reboot and remake. Not doing it. So, anyway, I don't know what else to say about this movie or this trailer, except, man, this trailer, oh shit, that was bad. That was a really, really bad trailer. That's one of the worst trailers I've seen this year. Like, I thought the last trailer was the worst. Oh, this is just leaped over it, jumped over it. And, yeah, fuck this movie. Fuck it. Seriously. And if you do want to see it and you do like the trailer, that's fine. I have no problem with that. It's just if you're like me and you don't like it, do not see this. Do not pay to see this movie. Don't do it. because the worst thing that could happen when it comes to this movie is if after all of this, after all these videos like the ones that I've made and other YouTubers have made, after all of the dislikes on the trailer and all of that, and after all of this, the film still ends up becoming a hit, that's just absolutely unacceptable to me, to be honest. That's an outcome that would be the worst outcome possible. Sony won. You're gonna let Sony win. You're gonna let you're you're just gonna further perpetuate this fucking bullshit. It's still gonna keep happening. That Ocean's 11 remake that you probably aren't looking forward to, that's being forced to us because it has an all-female cast, because that's the best they can do in terms of being different, is to just gender swap people. Well, that'll probably get put on the fast track if this movie is a hit. So will other movies that just basically just lazily gender swap characters of popular franchises. Expect more of the same. So don't do it. Don't let that happen. I'm not saying I'm not being sexist here. I'm just saying don't let that happen, because that's not true gender equality anyway. That's just a bunch of Hollywood studio execs clinging onto some recent trend and just forcing things. True gender equality, if you ask me, should be natural. So it should be something that just naturally happens because the director or the writer has a passion for changing some of these characters around, or it's characters that unique characters that's uniquely their own that are women, not characters that are piggybacking off of a popular franchise already, or playing characters that you saw in other movies but just with a different gender. Regardless, even if you throw out that aspect, if this film is a hit, then you're just paying for more shitty movies and more shitty comedies and more fucking reboots. It's a triple threat. It's a triple threat of shit. It's a triple shit pile that you're gonna be asking for more of if you pay to see this movie. Especially, I mean, when it comes to people who feel the same way I do. I repeated myself a bunch of times, but I'm trying to make it absolutely clear here. Do not pay to see Ghostbusters. If you don't support it, you don't like it, don't pay to fucking see it. That's it. Enough said. I don't know what else to say. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Fuck! God damn it!